3, 2, 1.
Good morning. It is Friday, June 24th, and we're going to go ahead and get things started here with some breaking news out of the Supreme Court this morning. Alicia.
Yeah, after nearly 50 years of constitutional protections for abortion, the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, and now the power to ban abortion lies in the hands of states.
This ruling came more than a month after the draft opinion leaked by Justice Samuel Alito, indicating the court was prepared to take this step. In the final opinion issued this morning, Alito wrote that the 1992 decision was wrong, adding in part, quote, "The Constitution makes no reference to abortion and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision."
Yeah, already this, bringing a lot of opinion on both sides, but we know that Justices Stephen Breyer, Sonia Sotomayor, and Elena Kagan wrote, quote, "With sorrow for this court, but more for the many millions of American women who have lost a fundamental constitutional protection, we dissent," end quote.
Right. This outcome is expected to lead to abortion bans in roughly half of the states across the country, and that of course includes Texas. Already 13 states have trigger laws on the books banning abortion in the event that Roe is overturned. Another half dozen states have near total bans or prohibitions after 6 weeks of pregnancy before many women even know that they are pregnant.
Yeah, which is a big issue, and again, a lot really to digest here. And we know that this ruling will have a major impact on Texas as the trigger law banning abortion goes into effect in 30 days. So in a month. Texas will ban all abortions from the moment of fertilization, with very little exceptions to this, which would either be to save the life of a pregnant patient or prevent impairment of that woman.
Right. And so that Texas law would criminalize the person who performs the abortion. This, without a doubt, will affect how women seek out abortions as well. Some have brought up mail order abortion pills, but Senate Bill 4 already bans that option at 7 weeks of pregnancy here in Texas. That law also only targets providers.
All right. So happening right now in San Antonio, the District Attorney Joe Gonzalez, along with local reproductive rights groups, are holding a press conference in response to the SCOTUS opinion. Gonzalez is actually one of the 5 Texas district attorneys to sign a letter pledging not to prosecute a person's personal health care decisions. So that's a big question. What would happen here? And we talk about that these laws are really, they target the providers, right? But there's a lot of questions, a lot of confusion when it comes to this. And right now we were talking about just all the press conferences that are happening right now. So this is just going to be, this is a big story to keep track of.
Right. And we got this news, obviously, the nation got this news about an hour ago. So we're trying to kind of wrap our minds around everything that's going on, basically what this is going to implicate here for the state of Texas. I'm very interested to see what the district attorney has to say for Barrett County, because again, what is his sort of legal basis to not prosecute as opposed to what the state law says. So there's a lot of things that we're trying to figure out and get answers to. And
for those who are pro-life, this is a huge win. We talk about Roe v. Wade, nearly 50 years in effect, but they've been pushing to overturn this. They've been pushing to take this off the books, and that's what's happened today with the states now having that control in their hands, that power. But then you have the pro-choicers, right, and women who need an abortion or want to seek an abortion, wondering, what will I have to do? Will I be able to travel out of state? Will some women have to travel out of the country? It's already happening. You mentioned those Plan C pills.
Right.
In Texas, you cannot, a provider cannot send you those in the mail, and that was done because of COVID-19. So again, a lot to digest here, and still a lot of questions.
Yeah, and in anticipation of this, there were also some companies that said that they would provide services for their employees to possibly go out of state. So, there's been a lot of discussion about this. We now have at least we've reached this point in this ruling. So President Biden will make remarks on this decision overturning Roe v. Wade today at 11:30.
Yeah.
Right, Alicia? Is that what we're looking
so
at?
head over to KSAT.com. We'll have several press conferences streaming there, as well as the latest. But today also marks 1 month since the deadly shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed when a gunman entered the school with an arsenal of weapons.
That is hard to believe that it's been a month now. So over the past few weeks and days, we learned that it took law enforcement 77 minutes to enter the classroom to confront and kill the gunman, and there's still many questions about that response.
We've also heard so many stories about the victims, who they were, and the survivors as well, including fourth grader Aurelia Santos.
Yeah, Aurelia was on the playground for an early recess on May 24th. Again, this is her account of things that happened. She said that it had been a fun day in her class until the day took a horrific turn, and that was even the case in those classrooms. Alicia, remember, they were watching a movie to kind of wrap up the end of the school year. Again, we were so close to the end of the school year. Aurelia spoke with KSAT's Lee Waldman about that day and just trying to keep her friends' memories alive.
Kids were calling out to them, and the cops didn't do anything. I want to remember what happened, so I try to forget it. Even if they can't, I will still try to live to my fullest.
So we just heard from Aurelia Santos right there. So one of the victims, Amory Jo Garza, was her best friend. That's what she told Lee Waldman yesterday. And she has been getting care at, this is Aurelia right here, she's been getting care at the Resiliency Center. They're helping her process what she went through and basically what she's feeling right now.
And then today, a somber reminder of what happened a month ago. And that weekend, the high school graduation was supposed to happen. Of course, the city was in mourning, still is, so that was pushed back, delayed really. The graduation for high schoolers will actually be held tonight in Uvalde, and the last funeral for one of the victims is this weekend, and that won't be happening in Uvalde. I believe he will be laid to rest in the city of San Angelo.
Right. So obviously still just so much grieving, mourning going on in that community. And again, a big part of this too has been the investigative process. We've seen more images or accounts of what happened there being revealed over these past few weeks, and it's definitely a story that we will continue to follow. And it's just heartbreaking to think about that it's just been a month now.
And then going back to Aurelia's interview, the fact that she can sit there, and of course, I've read some comments of, why are we hearing from kids? These kids are survivors. I mean, she breaks down what she heard, that they knew exactly what to do, that they had been through these drills. But I think it is also so important to hear their voices. I mean, their parents have obviously agreed to let them sit and speak to, in this case, Lee Waldman. But also these kids have a say. They are willing, to kind of process their emotions. And for a lot of people, when they speak to a journalist, it is a form of healing, right? They want to be heard. They want to be able to share their story. So we'll keep you updated with what happens there. But just her testimony is so powerful.
Absolutely. I was going to say that. I think, hearing from a fourth grader, I mean, powerful things. And I would definitely advise anyone who has not seen that story to go to our website and check that out, because a lot of, bravery from this young woman telling her story of what happened that day.
So we started with heavy news, and now we want to bring you some lighter stories. So we have a great story out of our city coming together to give a young man a very well-deserved birthday celebration.
All right, this story is really cool. So the mother of 14-year-old Demarie Bennett posted on Facebook group, this was on a group, that she needed help from some children to attend her son's birthday party. So she said that her son doesn't really have very many friends and has been bullied in the past because of his size.
Well, the city showed up big time. Several families with children reached out saying they're planning on attending. They want to show love, some support. The celebration also got a sponsor, and the big party is going to be held at Main Event on Highway 151. Write this down, July 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m. So this birthday boy and his mom told us they are just overwhelmed with all the support they've received.
I'm speechless. I did not know it would be like that.
That it was gonna
go viral.
For any parents or guardians who are out there that are single moms and dads or whatever the case may be, I want them to know that they are not alone, and if they need help, don't be afraid to ask for help, that there's someone out there that is willing to help. A lot of times society nowadays is about appearance, and sometimes we need to look under the layers. We always say don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge a book by its cover, but we need to really live that.
Absolutely really need to live that. And I think this should be a lesson for kids, you know, to look out for one another. And it's just so sad when we realize what's going on in our world, and then to see stories like this, that kids still can be really cruel in school. So this is an uplifting one. The community has shown up. And these parents, I mean, they're setting an example for their kids by taking them to this birthday party of perhaps a complete stranger.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be really cool. So there's going to be food, drinks, snacks to celebrate Demarier. And his mom told My San Antonio that he's competed in the Special Olympics, loves sports, games, and also loves the show Stranger Things.
And I'm sure a lot of people could relate to him.
Exactly. So go celebrate with this young man on July 2nd.
Yeah, July 2nd, main event off Highway 151, and then 1 to 3 p.m. Bring a birthday present.
Well, glad you brought that up, because there is an Amazon wish list for him. So
cool.
that is available too if you wanted to. But I'm sure that, you know, just their presence, just being able to hang out with him, get to know him. He, you know, you just heard from him a little while ago. So he's a pretty cool dude. Yeah, really
That's
cool
awesome.
guy. Yeah.
Good for the mom for reaching out, and awesome for the San Antonio community to show up in a big way.
All right, so we were talking about going out, doing things on the weekends. Again, that's going to be later on with Demarier, but it's going to be hot.
I
from
see
what I see in the
103,
big map here.
104. And Katie,
same numbers.
You kind of match the color scheme here.
Yeah,
That was on purpose, right?
The time of year when
Blend
you
in.
see like the oranges and the pinks on the map, that's we don't want to match those maps, but unfortunately that does happen. Now I have some good news. So you guys were talking about that story. Good news, some good feels. I also have some good news in the forecast. We've got to wait a few more days, but we do have some heat relief and rain chances coming on Monday. Now this afternoon, sunny and very hot once again. We're likely going to register our 20th 100-degree day of the year today in San Antonio. Look for a high around 102 around the airport, 102 Converse area, 101 Uvalde, 100 Bernie, 103 Castroville, 104 down in Pleasanton. The triple-digit heat continues this weekend, so I know over the next couple of days, you're going to be thinking, what was that lady talking about? It does not feel any different outside. You're going to have to wait until Monday to start to see some changes. Look at these high temperatures. Whoever thought 95? We have like the heart eyes emojis. And the ironic thing is, that's where we should be this time of year. We've just been stuck in this triple-digit heat for so long that even getting back down to seasonal norms is going to be a joy. And then look at Tuesday. That's when our rainfall coverage is the highest. That and some additional cloud cover is likely to limit our temperatures to the mid to upper 80s. So let me walk you through the good stuff here. We'll start with the weekend. The heat high is still very much in control. It's stuck right over Texas and Oklahoma. That's keeping all the cloud cover and rain moving around the area of this heat high. Andrew, I swear, he's making fun of me. You come do this then. You come do this green screen motion. It's not even a green screen. Okay. He really distracted me. Usually I can get by with it, but he really distracted me today. All right, heat high stays in control over the weekend. By Monday, it starts to shrink, really weaken, and that's going to make room for some rain-making energy to move through Texas. So we're talking about periods of showers and storms starting on Monday, continuing through Tuesday. And in fact, I'm leaving some isolated rain chances in the forecast all the way through Thursday of next week. So here's how things break down. On Monday, a 30% chance of isolated showers and storms, slightly higher coverage of some rain on Tuesday, and then isolated rain will continue to be possible Wednesday into Thursday. Tuesday does look like our best day, but we are expecting some activity Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday too. So let's talk about the rainfall potential here. Obviously, we're really excited to see these rain chances in the forecast. We're excited to get a break from the triple-digit heat, but I really want to kind of manage expectations here. Looking through Wednesday morning, here's what we're talking about in terms of rainfall. Areas east of 35 and 37. So over really even east of Seguin toward Gonzales and Hallettsville. That's where we could have some totals closer to a quarter to a half inch of rain. Everyone else generally speaking, we're only talking about around a 1/4 inch of rain through Wednesday morning. So this is not going to be a drought buster of a rain event for us. So I just kind of want to manage your expectations when it comes to the rainfall. We will have periods of showers and storms, so no day next week is going to be a total washout where the kids are stuck in the house all day. We'll have periods of rain that come and go. Again, not a total drought buster. It's going to take a lot more than this to pull us out of the drought that we have found ourselves in over the past few months. But I'm not going to be all doom and gloom on you. This will provide some nice relief from the triple-digit heat. We're talking mid-90s on Monday, and then those isolated showers and storms start to move in, and then scattered rain and a bit more cloud cover on Tuesday to keep us in the mid to upper 80s. Warming back up a bit toward the end of the week. We're back to 96 on Thursday with some isolated afternoon pop-ups around. But this will be a nice change in our weather pattern. I guarantee you the heat high will be back, and we'll have more stretches of triple-digit heat this summer. But this will be a nice change of pace, if not for a few days.
We'll take it. At this point,
Katie and I are equally as distracted with Andrew Wilson over here in the background.
He's like big Friday energy, and he's very distracting today.
Yeah, Andrew is with us today. Usually he's
working from home.
Usually he's not here.
Look at him. You're on camera, Andrew.
They got you. He's always trying to hide. Okay, so more uplifting news.
Yes.
Last night was a big night for really for the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all San Antonio's eyes were on.
I have some thoughts on this. I got some thoughts.
Good or bad?
Not great.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here's
Well,
the
I
thing.
would just like to. Okay, go ahead.
They're cool with me talking about them.
Yeah.
Spurs, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I might get an
Take it
email
away.
later or a text. But anyways, so we're talking about these 3 new players that are on the Spurs roster. So the Spurs had 3 first-round picks in last night's draft. Nice. Pause for applause. And took, so here's what we got. We got Baylor forward Jeremy Sohan with the 9th pick.
I think he's my favorite.
Okay.
That suit too, that lilac suit.
He looked clean. I gotta give him Sohan some props there.
Can I borrow the suit?
So they picked Ohio State guard Malachi Branham with the 20th pick, and then Notre Dame guard Blake Wesley with the 25th pick overall.
All 3 were in New York last night to celebrate with friends and family. The first pick, my favorite, actually grew up in England.
Yeah, so he's got an English accent. I think that's going to be exciting for a lot of people.
He had the pearls last night.
Yeah, he had some pearls there. He was
killing
looking very, very dapper, very debonair right there. That lavender suit.
Well, I will say, as soon as I saw his outfit, I'm like, that turtleneck is not going to fly in the San Antonio heat, so soak it up while you can.
Great point, great point. So the last time that the Spurs owned a top 10 draft pick who ended up being Sohan right there was in 1997. They used that to select Tim Duncan. So here's a little bit of my reaction here. Okay. I was a little disappointed because we already have such a young team. Now we're bringing in 3 guys that are 19 years old, guys that were like literally at their proms like more than a year ago. Why do we keep on bringing in younger guys? Let's make a trade here, guys. Make a trade. Let's get back to it.
They do proms in college?
No, they're 19, so that means they were 18 more than a year ago. They're at their prom in high school.
Got it. But they're talented, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely talented.
I want to see you try to do anything they do.
These guys would absolutely, crush me on the court, no lie. But
and on the fashion game.
Yeah, but no, I just thought they were going to do something, make a move or something. I'm glad they didn't trade DeJounte.
Oh my gosh. So I texted RJ, I'm like, are these rumors true? Is DeJounte getting traded?
He's not.
Who was it with that they were saying?
It was like Atlanta and Minnesota.
Minnesota was the one.
Yeah. And DeJounte posted some cryptic stuff on social media.
He loves doing it.
He's trolling people.
And then he got on Instagram Live yesterday, and I was like tuning in, seeing if he'll say something. It was just him getting a tattoo.
Nice.
30
was it a Spurs tattoo?
I don't know. People were asking. They're like, cover up? Question mark?
Oh, look at that. People are already trying to get a little bit of nuggets there.
Who would you have liked to have seen them draft?
Well, I would have liked to seen them use those 3 picks in the first round to maybe like move up to get one of the like top players, or maybe trade it for like another veteran player, because we need to get back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on now. All right. Okay. Thank you for your thoughts. Those are the thoughts. All right.
Right there.
Well,
It's
you guys,
Friday.
we
What
know
can we
it
say?
was a news-heavy, story-heavy day here at News Now, but we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Stay tuned with all updates. KSAT.com is a great option. We'll see you Monday.
Yeah, have a great weekend, everybody.